Hi everybody, Russ and my Hammers 11. Hope you're safe and well. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon. Always move my thing up so you're made aware of any time I put new content on. As always, we'd like to thank our channel sponsors, Untuck It. Hope everyone's well. My 9 o'clock interview didn't turn up, so I thought I'll jump on and have a chat with people. Hope everyone is safe and well at the moment. We spoke about at our lockdown lunch live episodes today about the news about London Stadium potentially getting fans back and stuff like that, and I just thought we'll open up to a wider audience the discussion, because it was really interesting. Yes, this morning, this afternoon, this lunchtime, that's the one. Just I thought it was really interesting, and so as I said, hope everyone is safe and well. The question I asked everyone this morning, sort it out button, this afternoon was, if you got your golden ticket, would you go back to London Stadium at the moment as it stands? Because obviously with the potential of between 2,000 and 4,000, what would you do? Because it was quite interesting. Yes, hello Rebecca. Yeah, I just thought Bake Off's finished. What are you going to do? What are you going to talk about now? My 9 o'clock didn't turn up. Unfortunately, was busy. So I thought, hey, I'm all set up. I'm here with no place to go. So I thought, let's just chat and see how everyone's doing this evening, because it's good to talk, as Mr. Bob Hoskins once said. So we'll only pop on for half an hour. But anyway, I just thought I'd also give you guys a bit of an update in terms of what's coming up as well, because it's we've got loads of fun stuff as well. We've obviously we've got another episode of My Hammers Greats coming up next Thursday, I want to say. Mr. Trevor Sinclair is going to be our topic of conversation, so that's going to be a good one. So we'll grab a couple of good guests for that as well, which will be fun. And also we're going to be doing get the old game shows getting back in again, sort of for the Iron Supporting Food Banks. Do those every week or so. They're all good fun in it. It's all a bit of a giggle and just having a bit of a laugh, really. That's what we're here to do, innit? Have a bit of a laugh and see how everybody's playing and how everyone's doing. As I said, we'll also be doing I'm going to probably do an update video soon. I think we've almost hit halfway so far. I think it's 250. I think we've got 230 guests we've had so far. So yeah, so I thought that'd be good. So we'll do an update. So we'll do probably like My Hammers 11, the halfway stage, where we'll put together the 11 of what people have come up with so far, in terms of who's the top, in terms of the goalkeepers, top 4 defenders, top 4 midfielders, and the 2 up front. And it'd be quite interesting, I think. So obviously we've interviewed loads of different people from different age groups as well, and different generations. So we'll put that all together and see what happens. I won't go back for what it's worth at the moment. Also, the whole tier system, it all confuses me a little bit. I don't think no one really knows what's going on about that at all, to be fair, at the moment. So we shall see what happens with that. There's been no announcement really in terms of tiers, is there? So we've had the announcement in terms of, we can go back, and if you're in tier 3, no chance. But if you're tier 1, 4,000. If you're tier 2, 2,000. So yes, we'll see what happens so far. There's nothing to watch on the TV. Then Russ, there we go. It's part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. And well, as I said, my 9 o'clock didn't turn up, so I thought, what's a man to do? So I thought I'd jump on and just chat to everyone for half an hour or so. Obviously we've got the we'll be doing some stuff with everyone else for the Newham Recorder Toy Appeal. That's going to be good. And obviously we're still doing the Iron Supported Food Bank stuff as well. So there's loads of stuff coming up. And as I said, there's nothing to watch and tell you. We've finished Bake Off. You can watch I'm a Celebrity if you really wanted to, or we could talk about West football and stuff like that. Rebecca says she wouldn't go back to London Stadium at the moment. Some people do. As I said, we're on the Nigel on the More Than Just a Podcast. Would say he'd be giddy if he got a ticket. So who knows? Forever Blind Bubbles says he would go if he got a ticket. Well, there you go. You see, we've got one who says no, one who says yes. As I said, I flip-flopped about 1 million times during the episode, during the lunchtime show. I was like, yeah, it's great, but and then I was like, I can see both sides of the coin. It's the whole getting there. I think is the worst bit. Not being there. I think once you're there, it's all be very well segregated and stuff like that. But it's getting there, isn't it? It's the sort of the travel there, whether there's anything to do with cars or whether there's anything to do with. I don't know how they would. I don't think they. I don't think anyone really knows how it's going to be organised at the moment. But it's really, really interesting. I just thought it was really interesting how different people have got different opinions because the assumption is everyone would be dying to go back, but actually you're going back into a situation where there's one every 2 meters. You can't really do the whole like getting together and that's half the fun. And it's we interviewed Neil Taylor today for and he was basically saying that he's looking forward to going and have a drink with the guys and stuff like that. And obviously you can't do that in the current how it's currently set up at the moment. So and I think it was Yaz was saying that it'd be nice to get table service, so to speak. And I think that's what they're going to have to do in terms of bringing people's drinks and stuff. But I mean, it's same as a pub. If you go to a pub, you have table service in it. So I understand why people do. It's been tough. I do generally miss going to football and seeing people, but I've got to look after my health. Yeah, exactly. And you've got to get on the tube and everything, innit? And so, and if you've got sort of, people, elderly others and things like that to take into consideration, or little kids and stuff, it's, yeah, I've stayed away from since this all happened. I think I've been on the train twice, I think. Well, obviously 4 times, getting twice, two, once to work and back, and then another time to work and back. So it's 4 times. So I think I've been on the tube 4 times. Well, on a tube, I've been on the overground from Gideon Park, and then sort of a Metropolitan line for a few stops to Farringdon. So yes. And they're saying we can't sing, drink, or have fun. Yes, well, I don't think because you can't sing, because you won't be able to sing, will you? Because that's what it's the projectiles, isn't it? So yes. Would the golden ticket mean I could go to your workplace, Russ? Well, technically, yes, you would be going to the workplace, wouldn't you, forever? Yeah, no, it's strange, isn't it? I mean, I we spoke about it this afternoon, and there's some people who are very adamant, and I totally understand why, because they're clucking to get back, and the purist in us wants to see football being played live in front of us, and I get that totally. But then there's the other side, which is saying that in terms of the experience, they won't have the experience. We spoke about obviously people moving from different tiers. So driving in, if you drove in, as I said, for me, I'm in Havering as Sean said on the podcast, and that's a tier 3. I think that's a really bad one, really. So technically, would that go in? And then is there, and also it'd be interesting to see what happens when you get there. Would there be temperature checks? I mean, we don't know yet, do we? We just don't know. I mean, at the moment, when I go to the ground now, I have to fill in a form every time and to say that I haven't got COVID and I haven't traveled anywhere and I haven't done this and I haven't done that. And then I have to be temperature checked, and that's it. So again, it's like, will everyone be done the same? I saw, was it the Irish game? I want to say it's the Irish rugby game. They had these sort of disinfectant sort of tunnels people went through, like a smoke machine. It's mental. It's a risk going, and then it's a risk going shop. It's true. Yeah. I mean, isn't it? I read in the paper today. Was it today? Or was it yesterday, actually? Well, they said the shopping sets, the supermarkets are the most, the places where it's caught the most, because it is. So, yeah, so it's going to be the same, isn't it, really? So you take a risk every time you go to I take a risk every Friday when I go to the kebab shop. You just got to take calculated risks, don't you, sometimes? Russ, when I come back, can I bring you and say thanks for being a legend? Yes, of course. You can toddle up to the box. You'll be knackered by the time you get up, because it's about 85 steps. And Quality Street, yeah, but make sure there's mate, you can take the coffee ones out and the strawberry one. Just leave like anything with like any of like the coins, like the caramel coins and fudge. Anything sort of the gold ones. That's what I'll have. You can have the rest. Can you move between tiers? Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, we used to. I mean, as I said, we went to Chroma for the half-term bank holiday, the half-term holidays, for a long weekend, and we were obviously in Essex was in tier 3, but sort of Suffolk and they was tier 2. And so, it's not like nowadays there's no borders, is there, in terms of the different counties? There's just a sign up to say you're in Essex or you're in Suffolk or you're in Norfolk or whatever. So, no idea. And would it maybe mean that the people who can only go to the games are the ones who'll be in the same tier as Newham? Again, no idea. What happens if Newham becomes tier? Well, if Newham becomes tier 3, there's no seats. It's 0, isn't it? It's carry on as the way it's been if Newham's tier 3. Now, yesterday on More Than Just a Podcast, Sean, and I think put on Twitter, Sean said they were in tier at the moment. Based on the previous classifications, Newham would be in tier 2, based on the rate of infection, not affection, because we love our club, we love our borough, but the rate of infection is 2.2 or 2.1 or something per 100,000. So that's in tier 2. But then someone said they might be changing and making the tiers stricter. I think they'll be doing that personally, because I think they'll be making it as strict as possible. Because if you're letting 4,000, 2,000 people in, they've got to have like quite a low ratio of infection to sort of allow people to congregate in those sort of numbers, even if it is retrospect a small number in compared to the stadium. But I don't know. It's quite interesting. I'm chatting to Jimmy Walker tomorrow, and he's in Ipswich Town, and in terms of so there's Suffolk, and they've got a really low rate of infection. So it'll be interesting to get his point of that. So I'm going to be interested to chat to him about that in a bit more detail. So I think where I live will be in tier. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. No, again, no, I know Havering's really bad. I know Havering is very bad. So again, we just don't know. I wonder what they'll do with London, because the MPs are asking the whole London to be in tier 1. Well, that's the thing. I mean, will it be broken up into boroughs, or will it be? I think last time, I've got a feeling London. It was London and Essex, wasn't it, or something like that, in terms of when we all became top tier. And weren't we? Was it worst to best, 1, 2, 3, like it will be now, or was it the other way round? I thought. Or was it 3 was the lowest? And I can't remember, to be perfectly honest. There's been so many tier systems. And also, I mean, things like the tier systems, you've got tier 2, they can have, they can drink at a pub or a restaurant that has to close at 10, but they've got another hour to then go to finish their drinks, which I don't think helps out the hospitality trade at all, really, because it means that, as I said, on lunchtime, that people will have to spend another hour, like the pubs will have to employ people for another hour to wait for them to finish their drinks. Again, I don't know. Oh, Becky's in Camden. Ooh, I'm pretty sure into tier 3, or is it just high? I don't know. There needs to be some clear. At the end of the day, all he said was, "Oh yeah, we're going to do this tier thing, yeah," and then that was it, wasn't it? And then there was like, okay, but what's going on with the other tiers? Any ideas? How's the classification? Again, he just sort of made this blanket statement around tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 in terms of the different sports facilities, in terms of what they can do, and didn't really go into any more detail. And it's like, well, that's what everyone needs to know, sort of the detail really now. I think it's great for the smaller clubs, in the lower leagues, because a few hundred people is going to make a massive difference. For someone like, I don't know, just anyone below the Premier League and Championship, I'd suggest. So League 1, 2, and the conferences and the non-league, it's going to be brilliant that they can bring people back in, bring fans to watch the game, because that's desperately needed. I don't think so at the Premier League level as much, because of the expanse and how big the stadiums are and things like that. But for, I don't know, AFC Hornchurch or hashtag or Dagenham and Redbridge and the women's games as well. That's gonna be brilliant for them, isn't it? Because it's desperately needed, particularly at the grassroots. Honestly, I think people are mostly go mental once. Yeah, no, exactly. Like Marks and Spencer's is going to be terribly busy. It's going to be absolutely rammed with people buying pajama sets for their loved ones and stuff like that. It's going to go mental, isn't it? It's going to go mental. That's why I'm quite smug that I've done most of my Christmas shopping online. really, really smug, a little bit like smug. That's the word, um, because yeah, everyone's going to go mental. It's like when they went, when it announced we were going back into lockdown, all the toy shops and everything. There was queues for, my wife. Like, it was queues and queues and queues outside all the toy shops where people were just sort of desperate to get the stuff before we went back into lockdown, because you never knew, you just didn't know what was going on tomorrow or anything, did you? So, um, particularly with Christmas and stuff, making sure the kids have got the toys and stuff for Christmas. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm quite smug. I'm quite smug. Might go and get the current Mrs. Budden a couple of pajama sets from M&S, but who knows? Does it seem strange to have all these? Yeah, it does seem strange, doesn't it? But it's the new norm now. We're gonna have to get used to it forever, aren't we? For the time being, at least in terms of the next 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 18 months, until these vaccines come out, and then I think there'll be restrictions when the vaccine comes out. There'll be, well, there's going to be several vaccines, isn't it, coming out, and then it's how that's distributed. Oh, it's going to be a can of worms. There we go. I learned what it was rather than kettle of fish. Can of worms being opened, but absolutely, this will help the load. I think it's good for them. Do we need them back in the? Nah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think in the Premier League it's going to be as significant as the lower leagues, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what daggers that ground holds or whatever, but particularly for the West Ham women, it's great for them to have a few hundred people back in the ground. You know what I mean? It's like, isn't it? It's like 2,000, or it's like 50% capacity or something like that. That could be huge for some of these smaller clubs. And maybe it means that a lot more people will be going to these non-league clubs, because you get the atmosphere as well there as well, potentially, because there's more, because it's a tighter ground, so less people, it doesn't make so much of a difference. I mean, London Stadium with 2,000 people is going to be, it's going to be really, really empty. It's going to be empty, so there's nothing to do about it. Either people will kick if they get in the way of my Percy Pigs. Yes, exactly. They can screw social distancing if you get in the way of Becky and her Percy Pigs, indeed. And that's the thing. I think you're right. I think everyone's going to go crazy, because they sort of did when we came out of lockdown. The pubs and stuff. Particularly, I'd say the non, the non sort of chain pubs as well, because to bring in all that infrastructure in terms of table service and stuff. A lot of them, I don't think, did it in. Yeah, to be perfectly honest. And it's just going to be tricky, isn't it? And I think it's just yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I think it's just going to be, I saw on Twitter #lockdown3 after Christmas, and who knows, quite easily. West Ham women now playing at Dagger. Yeah, they are. So that's why I think West Ham women at Daggers now with a few hundred people, 1,000 people or whatever, is going to be so much better than it currently is. Well, my evening has been exciting. Is it exciting now, or was it exciting and then it's dropped off, Tom? That's the question we want to ask, and we don't want any problems here. So what we've got here, that's what I'm thinking the Premier should hold off and encourage people. Exactly. That's my feeling, indeed. And I think also there's the whole thing around, it's the whole feeling around sort of people having advantage as well. There's going to be some situations where a team, because they're in a tier 3, a Premier League team, will not be able to have fans, and then they go to play a tier 2 team who've got 4,000 fans in there, and so again, it's like, I just think it's not a level playing field, and we talk about this level playing field and stuff like that, and we just won't have it. But yeah, I don't know. How will they get? I don't know. Well, I mean, we imagine it's random, but I think there must be some consideration for where the person lives, because if they've got to travel in, if it's Gio or Anton or someone like from all the way from Scotland, or any of the TransPennine guys or whatever, having to come down, then that's a greater risk of them infecting, of getting infection or traveling and stuff like that. Then again, if someone's driving in their car and they're driving all the way, even if it's from Scotland or whatever, and they're just driving in their car all the way, surely that's a lot safer than maybe someone that has to get on at Gidea Park and get 2 trains and the DLR, and don't know. I don't know. It's more exciting now. I've just seen you, Russ. Well, there we go. It's nice. But Eric Cansnart is my light and my save. Oh, you packed him, didn't you? Congratulations, Tom. Very exciting. Was that an SBC or was that a straight pack? That's the question. I packed. I think last year I did. Who did I pack? It was a legend. Henrik Larsson. And I should have kept him for the Zlatan Ibrahimovic SBC, but I didn't. I sold him, but I mean, my team last year was amazing. It was a really good foot team. It was like Premier League, but all the good Premier League players. And but this year, I said I haven't even bought it this year. I haven't even bought it. And to be honest, I just don't feel. I enjoy doing this more now. I enjoy talking to everybody rather than necessarily having to play FIFA anymore now, because I was crap at it. I was really crap. I mean, Charlie says he's bad. He was he was like number 2, wasn't he? He ranked 2, whatever. I'm not really that good. I was like 9. I was like Division 9, Division 10 of Rivals. I was like literally. I was excited if I got promoted to Division 9. I was absolutely crap. And then I think that's a YouTube channel, though, because all the YouTubers are really good, aren't they? Or there's some success there. I'm absolutely crap, so it would be like the world's worst FIFA player. Might be quite funny, but anyway. Maybe the gold ticket will have to live as a crow flies. That to me, that seems sensible. That seems sensible, mate. But we just don't know, do we? We just haven't got a clue, and I don't think no one does at the moment. And until things get settled, I mean, we haven't got long to the first game, really. And that was it the EFL? There's a load of games they've got planned on the first, and they want to move them to the second. So the potential of getting fans in as early as possible. That's what did I dream that, or did I hear that on the wireless today? I can't remember, but yeah, I think I've definitely heard that somewhere. But apparently 3 households can mix over Christmas in the UK. It says 3 households can mix over Christmas during that 5-day period. Leaders of the 4 UK nations have agreed they can mix in homes, places of worship, outdoor spaces, and travel restrictions will also be eased. That's quite good, don't it? But again, will we have a situation where come January the 1st or January the 2nd, we have to go back into lockdown until spring because the rate of infection's gone up because those 4 days. Who knows? And again, it's like 3 households, and I don't talk to anyone over Christmas. Do you know what I mean? So I don't Christmas. I literally we've had this discussion, before. Now we're talking about Christmas. I'm just going to put this on now just to piss everyone off. Now we're talking about Christmas. I don't talk to anyone at Christmas outside my family. I don't see anyone outside my family really at Christmas. So maybe New Year's Eve, maybe, but this doesn't include New Year's Eve. This is 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. So yeah. Although I think people with golden tickets, a lot of them will be hoping they got a golden ticket for the Boxing Day game, because that'd be fun. What we got here? No away fans will be allowed. No, they won't be allowed, and I don't think they'll be allowed for the whole of the season. So again, there's that disparity between people in different tiers and the clubs having more fans, because well done, you've got less rate of infection. It's not the club's fault. It's not the supporters' fault, but because of that, there's more. Who knows? I don't know at all, to be honest. And that's the thing we're going to be talking about for the next 3 or 4 days at least now, isn't it? In terms of how it all gets sorted out, and I'm sure some clubs will come out early with how they're proposing to do it, and then or maybe the Premier League are going to put a directive out. I don't know. And then again, they still haven't really sorted out the festive program. Really, it seems games always get changed, and Sky Games and things like that. Despite the fact you'll have 2,000, 4,000 fans in there, there's still going to be if there was 4,000, there's still 56,000 people who would be in the London Stadium who'd want to watch the match. So it's going to still be at weird times as well, I think, to accommodate for the fact that we haven't got a full 3 or 4 thing in. Festive. Can I say, am I the only one who appreciates your beautiful handlebar? Yeah, this wasn't we've discussed this. This is going off soon. I'll be honest. I accidentally grew it, and then decided for Movember I'd donate some money to Movember, so I could sort of get away with it because I quite like having. It's really old fashioned, but yes, it's a proper handlebar one, isn't it? It's as I said, I was halfway through shaving when I was attending the door for my wife who's come back from the shopping, and I had to help with the shopping. I completely forgot about shaving the rest of it off, and I didn't realize until we was in a queue for a garden centre. How middle class is that? And so, but I had a mask on, so no one really knew. And then I thought, I'll keep it for a few weeks for November, and then I'll shave it off again. But yeah, I quite like it. I quite like it. It is very Tiger King esque, though, isn't it? I think, but yeah. Will they be doing temperature checks for fans who get to? I'd imagine so. I imagine they probably have to, wouldn't they? To be honest, although you don't get temperature checked when you go into a shop, do you, or anything like that? Which maybe you should do. So who knows? I mean, the temperature check literally takes seconds, but it's a process, isn't it? It's queuing up. Beep, and sometimes you have to do it twice. Sometimes you have to do it in your forehead, then you have to do it sometimes in your ear as well. I actually grow mine. Well, there we go. That makes two of us. Bex. Keep it, Bex, for your next show. Yeah, no spoilers. Let's get for the next show, so that'll be all good. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's. I'm so on the. I'm still so on the fence about all these new restrictions and stuff. So we'll see what happens, isn't it? I mean, I just, as I said, I've got this terrible feeling that everyone will go, as Beck says, go crazy, go shopping, they'll be having these three households they can mix in, whether it's indoor, outdoor, whatever now, and we'll see what happens. But I'm just a bit cautious of the fact that as we all are at the moment, because we should be cautious because nothing's been sorted yet. So I just thought I'd change it up. Makes it interesting. Hello from Turkey. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate you joining us. What's the lockdown situation in Turkey at the moment in terms of the COVID? It'd be interesting, mate, to find out about that. Feel free to let us know, buddy. We'll talk to anyone from anywhere in the land. I'll talk to. As I said, we do this every lunchtime as well. So not with technically with all these changing banners all the time, but I turn it off now. But we do this every lunchtime, Monday to Fridays. Apart from if I've got a migraine. So we had and we've had some really I mean, today was probably our most hard hitting topical discussion so far because it was around everything to do with London's Day, going back to the fans, new tier system. We don't tend to be that hard hitting in terms of our in terms of what we talk about. It tends to be, if Declan Rice is a sandwich, what sandwich is he? We will be going back to our frivolous discussions tomorrow. I believe there's going to be quite a debate, a mass debate, some may say, about is it Pepsi or Coke? We'll see. Yes, it was deep. It was Yorkshire puddings with Christmas was deeply hard hitting. I mean, you've got the Andrew Marr show. You've got all those sort of hard hitting, sort of LBC shows as well. And no, this is where the conversation, question time, all that stuff. Nothing on us in terms of what we talk about. We never really came to a discussion, a conclusion whether it was a good thing to put a Yorkshire pudding on a Christmas dinner. I still will though. I don't care what people says. Imagine you got your golden ticket and then found that. Well, that's the idea of the temperature check, though, isn't it, mate? It's a temp. It's if you're not feeling, that's what I say. If you're not feeling well, if you've got a temperature, if you've got a cough, don't go outside. And if people did and they get done in, they get done. I almost thought I was going to foul one. Not I thought I was going to foul one, but I did to start off with. Because so where the sort of the temperature thing is, it's sort of the Pudding Mill Lane entrance. So it's there. So that's where that sort of, they've got a big marquee up there, and if you walk past, you'll see it anyway. So they've got a big marquee there, and but they opened up sort of the outside as a car park. So basically, where the Champion Stones are, where just the outside bit, where all the concourse stuff is, and the outside, like the Heineken bar and stuff. And I it's a bit of a walk. It is a bit of a walk, isn't it? We know it's a bit of a walk, but it is a bit of a walk from your car. And so I was a bit, the old lockdown body hasn't turned out the way I wanted to. And I was a little bit out of breath, I'll be honest. And I got temperature checked, and he went, "Nah, mate, you're over." And I went, "What? Oh my god!" So I was thinking, "Christ, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get shouted at," and stuff like that. And then he went, "Hang on." It's just like, but they had to say the first one there, and the second one was in your ear, and apparently that's more of a, I don't know, realistic. So why don't they did it there first place? But it was there, and I was all right. But I was crapping myself then. Your Yorkshire with your Christmas was deeply hard. Yeah, we said that. Sorry, yeah. No, it's wrong. It should be illegal. What? Okay, yeah. In terms of the Yorkshire puddings, yes. If they get done, they get done. Russ Cray 2020. It's true though, isn't it? It's like, they do say, if you feel unwell, and that's probably why a lot of people. I mean, unless you're exempt from wearing masks and stuff, it really winds me up. It does wind me up, to be honest. Look, I'm all laid back and relaxed. Like, I've got this new swivel chair today. Well, it's not a new chair. My wife managed to get me one from her office because it's been refitted. So I'm more relaxed now. So I've got more, I'm just more laid back. So I can talk for longer. That's a good thing or bad thing, I do not know. But yes. So I don't know. I don't know about the whole Yorkshire pudding thing, but no, it's we did someone's messaged me today about in Russ we crust today, because obviously we did sponge cakes, which was terribly hard, terribly exciting. And I've got they want me to do shortbread. So we'll be doing some Christmas shortbread episodes. I love it, and so it's lovely that people message me and say, "Oh yeah, I loved it. The sponge roll looked nice. Can we do shortbread next?" So yeah, a bit of shortbread. Oh, anyway, that lockdown body's not going to get any better, is it? Yes, we're going to do Coke or Pepsi tomorrow forever. So I don't want to talk about it today because I think we're gonna come to blows. I think there's gonna be, I think we're gonna do something about what's your favourite fizzy drink or something like that. But we're gonna do that tomorrow. We'll keep this one slightly different. Otherwise, I won't have a question to do tomorrow. Then I'll be like just gasping for something to do, like I'm doing now. Becky wants shortbread. Yes, no, why not? Innit? We've got. I've been asked to do shortbread. I've been asked to do peanut butter cups. Why not? Why not? And there was one more someone asked me to do. I want to say mince pies. I want to say it's mince pies, but definitely shortbread and definitely peanut butter cups. So we'll see what happens, but it's good. Oh, and I forgot. Yeah, because I started my new ASMR channel, didn't I, on Friday at lunchtime, and one request came in just as I finished, and it was to say the word sponge. Sponge. So hopefully that was okay for someone who asked for that. My pre-lockdown post, I didn't expect much post-lockdown. Yeah, fizzy drinks. I love quick. Keep your comments to tomorrow. Keep your comments till tomorrow, because we're gonna have a giggle about that tomorrow, because cream soda, I love it. It's left field. Let's keep that for tomorrow, man, because I don't want anything to lose. Because I think it's quite a good question, because everyone has their own allegiances, don't they? It's like when we did like what's your favorite crisp or what's your favorite chocolate, and it just got just got the virtues of different things, and we had loads of yeah, I did see it, but yeah, I did see it. That's why it's like so sponge. Didn't realize we have enough. Phil, that's why you got to subscribe to the channel, because I could just drop another Russy Rambles, and that's the point of it. You just don't know. I'm just unpredictable, based on when your 9 o'clock interview doesn't turn up. That's basically what I do, revealing the fourth wall, so to speak, on a Friday, on every night. Every night, yeah, most nights. Definitely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 9 o'clock. I'm in here doing my little interviews, interviewing people about their Hammers 11, and yeah, and unfortunately, my 9 o'clock one couldn't do it today. So I thought, I'll just jump on for half an hour and just talk, follow on from the chat this afternoon at lunchtime. That's a really good discussion, I thought, and it was probably our most hard hitting and sort of newsworthy discussion rather than the virtues of whether Thomas Suchek would be a soda bread sandwich or not. I can't remember what Stell said or something like that. We're live and raw at 9 p.m. with Russ. Yes, so 9 p.m. is when I do my shows. Really, when I do my Miami's 11 recordings. So and we now actually tell her I'm not doing one tomorrow because tomorrow I'm doing a really, really, really good game show episode. You lucky people in here now, exclusive for My Hammers 11. It's going to be a really good game show episode. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be. I don't think we've had. I don't think in YouTube West Ham history we've done a game show like what we're going to do tomorrow in terms of the contestants. I'm such a tease, just leave you on a cliffhanger. But yes, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun, and it's all going to be from the Newham Recorder Toy Appeal. So yes. Here we go. Been busy watching. Oh, it's Junior Stanislas. Now he's a guy. He's a guy which we should never. Who did I interview? We talked about him. Frank Newball, and he was talking about Junior Stanislas, and yeah, because we spoke about the Millwall game, and he was in it, and Stanislas was in it, and Zavon was in it, and we should never. I mean, look, he had to obviously go elsewhere to get team football, but I remember when he played, he was good, weren't he, Junior Stanislas, for us? What we got here? Who's on the game show? I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you who's on the game show because it means you have to watch when I put it on. You'll watch it anyway because it's going to be a funny one. We recorded one on Saturday. For those of you who were on Twitter that day, one of the contestants took a screenshot and put it up, which was great. I just said, well, don't tell, I'm not really bothered about who won or whether it's just a giggle anyway. But we had Ryan from West Ham Fan TV, Ryan Archer. We had Evan Jones, and we had Celebrity Masterchef, but Celebrity Mastermind and University Challenge winner Bobby Seagull on there, and that was fun. That's a really good episode, and that will be coming out hopefully over the weekend. We should be revealing all those details later on tomorrow, I believe, or maybe Thursday. So that should be coming out the weekend, and that was a really fun. That was a good episode. That was a good one. And I mean, they're all good guys in it. Ryan loves the quiz show, and I screwed him over last time. And then what we're going to be doing is these are sort of starting it. Then we're going to be doing like loads more of these sort of game shows because they're fun and it's different, isn't it? It's not just someone talking in front of a camera like I do, every day, every afternoon, whatever. It's something a bit different, a little bit more entertaining, and yeah. So we'll be doing them again soon because they're good fun. And then I'm recording one tomorrow, which will be hopefully going out that weekend as well, which will be very, very good. And it'll be very, very, I'm hoping it'll be very, very funny. Yes, I'm hoping it'll be funny. It should be based on the contestants, but I'm not saying who we're going to have because otherwise, it's a bit of a surprise, isn't it? And unlike Mr. Seagull, they won't necessarily take screenshots and put it up on Twitter. So yeah. Anyway, Rusty's next. Yeah, 3 a.m. I'll have like really bad insomnia, and I'll come on for a quick half hour for the US guys. We have to be doing some of that stuff as well soon. I'm doing Hammer Shots with Adam soon. That'll be fun. because I'm crap at like West Ham knowledge. I really am. So that'd be fun. Adam can get his own back with me. Yes. Oh, Russ, how it is exciting! It is exciting. It's exciting, and it's sort of branched. And the whole game show stuff I think is really really fun. As I said, it's something a bit different, and obviously we're doing these 2 episodes for the Newham Toy Appeal. We call it a Toy Appeal, and then we're going to be starting to do them again for Iron Supporting Food Banks again, getting into Christmas and beyond as well. I mean, there's loads of stuff we'll be doing with them because they need it. They always need it. And, we had Neil on today, Neil Taylor from Long Live the Bowling. And he's been doing some great stuff with them. They're doing the sort of the advent calendar and selection box appeal. So they've got something like 600 advent calendars already now and selection boxes for all the kids, and that's nice. That's what you want in it. It's just like it's mental to think. It makes me really upset because obviously I've got a daughter, and seeing a selection box and seeing the difference it could make to someone who hasn't got anything as well. So it's really really good. I'm really and we're getting Sadie Sutherland on there as well, and she's been sort of spearheading it. So yeah, it's great. It's great that we're trying to help everyone out. And I think my Christmas decorations have raised about 50 quid so far. So that's probably Christ, I want to know how much of the electricity bill I spent on it, but it doesn't matter, it's I'll do it anyway, so you might as well get something out of it. But and so that's fun. That's been encouraging. And we'll keep them going, obviously. I'll get the snow machine out more. Yeah. Right into top guy. If ever I need a guest for a quiz night or whatever, text him and he's on. And bless him, he's always on. And he loves it. He loves a quiz, and that's what we'll be doing as well. We're going to be doing hopefully a live quiz as well with everyone. Like you guys can join him. So I don't know if anyone saw, but Frankie and Baz did one for Claret and Blue Army TV. It was one Sunday, I think. Kent won, I think, and I came second. And you do it on your phone. We do it up on the screen. So we're going to do one of them as well, which should be quite fun. And we'll try and do that for Iron Supporting Food Banks as well. So maybe you enter for like 5 or whatever. All the money goes to Iron Supporting Food Banks, and we'll get a little prize for the winner. Sounds good, and we'll do that as well. So that'd be quite fun. I've already got the questions written up. Robert Banks has kindly provided me. He's done them. So because when I did the questions for like some of my game shows, they're usually wrong, or I've taken them off the website and the website's inaccurate. So yes, at least I know they're going to be correct. You write the questions for Hammer's Shots, do you? Dear, you screw me over, aren't you? Proper screw me over. I do try. Russ Becky will give you a heads up with the questions for. Yeah, I will get like the best score ever. And I'm like, he wouldn't have finished doing the question. I'll be like, yeah, Pete Butler. What? I finished it. I was going to say which player do we sign from Southend to do that? Pete Butler. Yeah. And next question, left foot, top corner. What? Okay. Love it. Yeah, it'd be quite funny. We could conspire, couldn't we? To get the best ever score ever on a Hammer's Shots episode. That sounds great. No, it's good fun, man. Yes, Lee. Hello, welcome. No, it's not midday. You haven't put your clocks back. It's just a random one I'm doing today, just because as I said, my 9 o'clock interview didn't turn up. I was all dressed up with nowhere to go, so I thought, let's have a little chat and see what we can do. It could be bribes with chocolate. Well, there you go. Well, why don't you just leave the Equality Street you're going to give me, and you have it yourself, love, and we can get some good questions. How? I just said it. Such a. Oh, you are living the dream, Mr. Athers. Living the dream. FIFA and KFC. Do you only do stuff if it's an acronyms? That's the question. Do you go to KFC? Do you play? Obviously, you play FIFA. What other sport do you watch? UFC? That's the question. KFC order. Oh, and I bet you did it on like Uber Eats, didn't you? Or is it Deliveroo? Or is it Just Eats? I always get confused which one's which. I ended up going on about 3 different ones because Greg. Oh, the other day I found out Greg's is on Just Eat. So I was like, oh my god. Yeah, what did you get? Yeah, what did you get, Tom? What did you get? That's the question everyone's asking. What did you get? What did you get? What did you get? Boneless bang. You are so posh. So posh. Didn't bother with like a 6-piece bargain bucket. Boneless. You're a busy man. You haven't got time to circumnavigate the bones. You just need to just get the flesh and off you go. Zinger Tower Mill always. Now, is that the one with the Zinger Tower? The Tower is the one with the hash brown in it, and the Zing is at the hot. I don't know. Bonus. Ask him about basketball. Ask who? Ask. Oh yeah, obviously NBA. Yep, NBA, UFC, MLB. Basically, Tom only works in an acronyms. So he's eating KFC and he plays FIFA. So unfortunately, that's all he does. Just Eat is with Snoop. He is Just Eat. And yeah, because wasn't it McDonald's? Oh, I don't know. McDonald's was on Uber Eats, and now it's on Just Eat as well. I suppose because Uber Eats isn't everywhere, is it? Or is it? I don't know. And then Deliveroo, I get confused, particularly also because different. You got to check these things out because sometimes different places they might have or different. Maybe one cafe will have Deliveroo and Just Eat, and one of them's actually cheaper. Just saying. Uber Mum eats big delivery. Fair enough. NBA, talk to me. That is my sports. NBA. So I've been to the Barclays Centre many, many times to see the net, see the older. What are they called? I've seen them loads. They wear the black tops. Oh my god, I sounded like such a tourist there. Oh my god, Brooklyn Nets. It is the Nets, isn't it, Tom? It's the Nets, isn't it? I think so. I'm doubting myself now. Yes, I've been to. I've been in my previous job, not the current job I'm doing now. I was in America loads, and so yeah, I'd always go and catch some sport when I was out there. And and we'd always have a conference in Brooklyn. And so it always was. I mean, it was during the basketball season, and literally there's a basketball game every other day, it seems. So we'd always go to the Nets, go and see Brooklyn. And there was a guy there. Oh God, what was his name? Something Lopez. He was a center, and he got like I saw like a proper buzzer beater winning game. It was like 92 all, and like he did like the buzzer beater 94-92. It was mental. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It's very fast paced, isn't it? Very fast paced. And there's always something going on. Always made me used to laugh at the basketball because basically they'd have this every time they had like a timeout, and like the dancers would come on and they'd shoot t-shirts in the air, and you would never miss them because we were in the cheap seats. And no, it wasn't. I don't know if it was Brooke Lopez. Oh, it's going to really annoy me now. We have to Google. Right, so we're going to do Brooklyn. He then moved to the Chicago Bulls because we saw the Bulls play. Chicago Bulls. Lopez. What's his name? Was it Brooke Lopez? I don't know if it was Brooke Lopez. You might, yeah, you could well, mate. It looks like. Let's have a look. I need to look at his face. Where's his face? Come on, where's your face, Brooke Lopez images. This is terribly exciting content for everybody. You are right. I do apologize. It's Brooke Lopez. It is Brooke Lopez, man. He was funny. Yeah. And he went to play for the Bulls. And then when we went back, they were playing the Bulls. And yeah, that was good fun. Now we used to do that quite a lot. Used to love it. Or we'd go to, I spent a lot of time in New Jersey and stuff. So I went to see the Red Bulls play quite a bit. I actually got with the Red Bulls. I went in because I'm used to football at West Ham going to the game 4 hours early. So I went to the game like 4 hours early. I was surprised there was no one around. And then some like steward or someone official was like, because I had like, I think I had a West Ham top on. And they were sort of talking to me. And I said what I did for West Ham, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm here just having a bit of a mooch around, seeing how different clubs do their sort of pre-season, pre-match sort of entertainment." And he gave me a guided tour of the stadium and gave me a free hat and a free scarf. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that was fun. Oh yeah, we used to do the baseball. I found that quite boring, to be honest. I used to do that quite a lot. Because we went to see the Met. I went to the Mets play when I was waiting for my wife and my daughter to come over to JFK. Because that's the nearest one. Oh god, it was so boring. And everyone literally just sits there for like we'll watch like 2 pitches being done, and they'll bugger off and go and have a drink. It's like, well, it just seems to go on forever, absolutely ever. Why would Charlie be heartbroken? Why? Because he wants to go and see the Mets. I don't know. I don't know. But it was Brooke Lopez. Oh, Shalom. Hello. Have you ever eaten lactin? Bagels are also good. Oh, we love a bagel. We love a bagel. I love a rogala. I love a rogala. Love a rogala. Big fan of rogala. Or Bagpa. Yeah, I've had Bagpa as well. Nice to meet you. Take care, man. Appreciate you coming on. Can I remember Brooke playing? Yeah, he played for. Yeah, he did. He played for the Nets, and then he went to, and they traded him. I think it was the off season. They traded him to the Bulls, and he came back, and his hair, because yeah, he said he's crazy hair now. So yeah, it was all good. What else we got here? Would you go to America's Hill and you get? Oh, it's too expensive, isn't it? They're too expensive, all those. I don't like them, to be honest. Very, very expensive. If they did the O2 or whatever. And it would mean if you wanted to see the old American football, you'd have to go to Spurs. And I don't fancy going to Spurs. But yeah, no, I see in the state, and it's like, in the States, like I remember, like we go to see the baseball, and it's literally like, and even like we go to the Mets, and literally we'll go, or Brooklyn, we'll go see Brooklyn, go to Barclays Centre on the day, and we'll get like a ticket for like literally $5, and you just go and print it off at the hotel, or you do it on your phone now. It was mental. Yes, Latka. I've definitely had it because I used to work for a Jewish company. So Latka, what's Latka? Oh, that's the donuts, isn't it? No, I haven't had Latka, but that looks lovely. That looks really nice. No, I love a rogala. I love a rogala. And what's the other one I like? I can't remember. And sort of a pound cake. I love a pound cake as well. Yes, no, I'm just going to definitely try on them. Good to be. It's a nice place. That is led behind you, or it is just LED. It's just an LED. It's not a green screen. And just to prove it, let's go. Late night. No, it doesn't really look great. Let's go blue. There we go. It's just an LED screen. Let's go green. There we go. All right, there you go. It's just an LED screen. Although I look so pale now. Let's go back to, or we could do like different colours and go. Oh God, give everyone epileptic fits, and we'll just go to blue for the time being. But yes, it's just an LED. 2 cheap ones bought from Amazon, 15 quid. Love a bit of Amazon. It's nice. You'll like it, I hope. Lovely to hear from you, Ariel. Thank you so much for coming in. It's lovely to hear from you. So yeah, no, we do love so I do like going to the American sports because it's so cheap. The football, I think when we went to see the MLS, it was so cheap there. When the baseball was so cheap, and it's so easy. It's so easy when you go there. So hopefully I like it. Don't know if there's any kosher delis, so I have to make a trip to North London to find. Yeah, exactly. I worked in Colindale, which is very close to Golders Green and Edgware and stuff. But my only thing is it is more expensive. Obviously, kosher food is more expensive than non-kosher food, obviously, because it goes through different processes, isn't it? So that's what I love the way this has just started talking about. So and then because Ariel's in here, we're talking about it. I love it. It's a he's already answered it. It's a pancake, potato pancake, sort of fried, a bit like a hash brown, but a flat one. Looks lovely. Are they sweet, Ariel, or are they savoury, or can you have both? And obviously, you'd put probably, if it was, I'm just looking, probably have dates over the top of them. But yeah, no, interesting. Did London say once have bake? They did. They had 2. It was every year they've done it. They had it was a big one, wasn't it? Wasn't it like the Yankees versus the Red Sox or something like that? I believe. Pardon me. So yeah, that was they do that on there. So that's cool, man. Yeah, they do. But I just think, and do you remember because they brought in like, didn't they bring like I want to say a few ton of sand, didn't they? And they had that sort of time lapse video. Really interesting. Shredded potato and fried. It's beautiful. Both often served with apple sauce. Well, we're all learning something today, aren't we? Which is very nice. The savoury, but you can eat them sweets. Ariel, where do you live? Where do you live, my friend? As I said, I've got friends who in obviously in the UK, but also in Israel as well. Friends over there as well. So as I said, my old company was head office was in London, but they had another office, well, sort of split between London and Israel. So yes, it'd be interesting to know where you came from. Man. I can make a pancake better. Will tell you who is better. Under the sea, what? What? Is that an in joke? Oh yeah, Little Mermaid puns. Okie dokie, very good. Well, as long as you're up where you belong, man, that's all that matters, isn't it? To be honest. Haha, see what I did there. Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid. I can't believe we've almost chatted for an hour and we just had an absolute just right giggle. Yes, no, it's very, very good. Big fan of that. But considering I like don't really know what the joke is, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter nowadays, does it? You just nowadays everyone just thinks they know what they're talking about, and you did say, okay, there we go. Very funny, very very funny. What is the sub, Rob? Your guess is as good as mine, man. Is as good as mine. Your guess. Grew up in North London. Whereabouts in North London? As I said, I used to work Northwest. Really, it was Colindale and Golders Green. Well, it was in Colindale, but Golders Green. A lot of the office came from Hendon and around there, and so it's very very cool. With a daughter or something. Yeah, but don't test me on Disney, man. Don't test me on Disney. That's all I'm saying. You know, I've been to the Magic Kingdom. I've been on several Disney cruises, and several quiz nights on these Disney cruises, and have performed amicably. Compared to some of, I mean, some people are nuts, yeah, proper Disney nut jobs. But yeah, favorite Disney film. Whoa, good question. Favorite Disney film. Are we including Pixar? Are we doing true Disney, or are we including? But I suppose Pixar now is. Well, it could be Disney. It could be Star Wars now. Really, couldn't it? Easily. For me, I'm a big fan of Toy Story and Ratatouille. Big fan of Ratatouille, particularly in the Disneyland Paris, because they've got a really cool Ratatouille ride there, which is really, 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 really good. What we got here? I've got loads of questions coming in. I've been to Disneyland in Paris. Took my two sons. It's great. My dad is Jewish, and I grew up very lucky. They were from Bethnal Green. Oh, okay, very good. He doesn't know what. I like Hunter and Dalmatians. Well, oh, that's good. And is that the animation version, or is that the Glenn Close as what's her face? Pixar has to be Toy Story. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair shout, fair shout. As I said, I do like Ratatouille. I always like Ratatouille. Okay, we're going for animation, Star Wars now, just because we're doing animation, Tom. We're doing animation now. Cool Runnings. We're doing animation, Rob. We're doing animation. Cool Runnings is a cool film, though, isn't it? Snow White is a classic. Yeah, but I think it's something about the older ones, because obviously weren't created on sort of the, because Pixar's all 3D, and it looks it's not so flat and 2D in terms of the actual what we got here. Russ is in Marines Town. We can confirm haven't watched any after I grew up. Not to say they're not good, Tom. Man, you're just too busy with your abbreviation stuff. That's why. if Disney, if you know, if Toy Story was called TS, you'd probably watch it. So Cruella de Vil, if she doesn't scare you, no one else will. They won't, indeed. Wally, how you doing, mate? We've only been on for an hour, but yeah, it's a bit. It's afternoon for you. Hope you're well, man. I don't like Disney films generally. I wasn't a princess growing up, and now though. So you watch them now, I see. Okay, so I've obviously watched a lot of Disney movies. Yeah, a lot of Disney movies. And so I need to. Yes, I've watched and haven't just watched them once, multiple times of the same movie. And for random reason, I remember used to watching. It wasn't a Disney one; it's a DreamWorks, but one called Megamind. Anyone remember Megamind? It's got Will Ferrell plays like the evil genius who becomes a goodie. Oh, I used to watch that so many times. It was really, really funny. Careful, find out. Yeah, good point. Yeah, ATH. It's happy hour. It's Russ Bun, not happy hour. That's what Jack mate does, and he does it very, very well, man. Friend of the channel, lovely bloke. That's my dad's nickname. Don't do that. Yes, ATH. Yes, Ath. Anytime you kick off, we're gonna call you Ath now. Who was worse, Cruella de Vil or the Queen in Snow? This is back to what we like to talk about, the most random ones. Yeah, I think I agree with Phil. I think it's got to be Cruella de Vil's worse, surely. Who is the baddest ever Disney character? I think we should keep some of these for tomorrow, man. I think these are good ones. Let's do some of this tomorrow as well, because I think we're going to have I think it's going to be quite funny, and everyone gives everyone a couple of hours, 12 hours until when I was at 12 or 14 hours, 14 hours until they can give us the answer. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. So for those of you who are going to be watching our lunchtime show tomorrow, about 12:15 usually, we're going to be talking about Disney stuff. We'll talk about Disney, if that's all right with everyone else. Maybe we'll end up talking about other stuff, but let's do Disney because I think that's quite cool. See, Phil's a good point. Poisoned apple, or skinning puppies. Today's society, it's going to be more about the puppies, isn't it? Really. So, yeah. Oh God, you two having a good old rouse. Afts, come on, sort it out, mate. Wasn't planning to skin to make. Yes, she was. That's what I mean. So that would put me, if I was doing a tier list. Oh, can we do a tier list? Could do a tier list of Disney baddies tomorrow. Oh, if I figure out how to do that, I might do that. It might be quite fun. Might be, might not be, might be boring. People might not like it, but having a soft drink while talking Disney, we'll do both. I'm going to figure out how to do tier lists. Or that's what we'll do. We'll do tier lists because every bugger does them at the moment. So, yeah, we could do tier lists with, what did he do? It went to hell and back. What tier list? Or did he do this? What did he do a tier list on? Oh, cool. Everyone does tier lists. So what did he do it on? So just find a Disney and share the screen. Yeah, exactly. And I look like I'm really, really clever. Like, oh, actually, don't forget about this one. Who shot Bambi? Who shot Bambi's mum is more likely, because the mum died, didn't she? Okay, Russ, we could do a food one after. I don't know enough about Disney. All right, okay, all right. Let's do a tier list tomorrow on soft drinks. Okay, because I agree. I probably don't know enough baddies. Oh, sorry, he did. Sorry, I apologize. I thought Charlie was doing it while eating biscuits, but he did it on biscuits, and his answers were wild. Okay, right. I'm going to figure out if I can figure out how to do it, and we'll do a tier list on soft drinks, and it won't be my tier list; it'll be everyone's tier list. And Charlie did the greatest. He did the greatest biscuits of all time, says Tom. The snowman. Oh, I love it. We've got about 4 different conversations going. It's brilliant. Biscoffy. Now, yeah, I started. It was all right, Starfy, wasn't it? I tell you the biscuits I like. I like the ones. I want to call them. I used to call them lesbian biscuits, but they're not called lesbian biscuits. It's Lisbon biscuits, where it's got the really thick chocolate and like the really nice biscuit in the middle. They cost, I think you only get about 6 or 9 in a pack or something like that, but they're really good, really nice and thick chocolate. But yes, we will do a soft drink tier list tomorrow if I can find one. Or how about a hard drink one off? Let's get a soft one, Molly, first. And obviously, it's going to be UK drinks. To be honest, I do apologise, but we'll do a soft. We'll have a go with that and see what happens, and then we'll try. We'll try a hard drinks one. But again, I don't know enough. I don't know enough. Like just enough hard drinks. Maybe it's like I could probably do a tier list based on bad experiences with those things, but maybe not. Yeah, but we'll try and do that. We'll do a soft drink one. I suppose Tom likes it. There you go. Lesbian biscuits. Where do I buy those? Well, they only cost about £1, I think. So there you go. Anyone watched no, I haven't watched that, but apparently it's very, very good, isn't it? Scotch on the rocks, whiskey on the rocks. So again, Tony drinks things that are on the rocks. There we go. So we're finding out a lot about Tom today, aren't we? Worst villain. I've never watched Game of Thrones. Never watched one episode in my life. Scandalous. But no, I don't know, man. Joffrey. Is Joffrey a baddie then in Game of Thrones? I've never watched one. Never watched one in my life. Tell a lie. I do apologise. I think we watched the first 10 minutes of one, the first episode. Then I had to go and do something. I came back and my wife had already watched 3 episodes, and she pretty much polished off all the series within couple of weeks. It was mental. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, guys, because I don't want to. Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen Game of Thrones. Oh god, don't get me started. Okay, we're not. That's what we're gonna carry on. Let's go. We're not gonna. We're gonna stop today because I think we've got to figure out how to do a tier list and see what we can do with that. But anyway, we can talk about series and stuff tomorrow as well. One of the best series, Breaking Bad takes. Yeah, massive Breaking Bad fan, and also Never Call Saul. Never Call Saul? Is that it? My brain's gone to mush today, but yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone's safe and well. As I said, if anyone's struggling or whatever, give me a DM. We'll have a chat, and hopefully, you crazy cats and kittens will be around tomorrow lunchtime for our Better Call Saul. That was it. Yeah. Cheers, Phil. Take care, everyone. Go and get some sleep, and we'll speak in about 14 hours' time. Take care. Wash those hands. Come on, you irons. Much love. See you later. Bye bye.